Hi Virgos, welcome to your general scope for the week of April 3rd, 2017. And I'm doing the weekly first, and then after this, sometime this is March 28th, and probably sometime this week I'll get to the monthly general scope for April 2017. And so, but what's happening for the week of April 3rd is Mercury is going in retrograde on the 9th, April 9th. And what this means is, for some of you who are not familiar, is this is a planet of communication, and therefore things will go awry regarding communications. And this takes effect 2 weeks beginning before Mercury turns retrograde and 2 weeks after Mercury goes retrograde, so it does linger. And so what happens is computers start messing up, acting funky, and that's what I experienced when I was doing the weekly general scope for March 27th. I had so much problems. That's why the videos were out late. So I was having so much problems. Yes, and I don't want to relive that. What else goes on is so communication breaks down. There's lots of miscommunication that goes on. Your cell phones also start acting up as well, gets a little funky. Messages aren't sent, or your messages gets construed. So miscommunications, there's a lot more of domestic, I don't want to say altercations, domestic disputes. A lot of those happen as well. There's a lot more fighting and arguing going on. There's also a lot more car accidents that happen on the road when Mercury goes retrograde. I'm not sure when it ends. I'll find out about that, but it does last for about a month. That's 3 to 4 weeks, and like I said, it does linger even after, but I think I'll get more into that when and I'll find out about when it ends when I do the monthlies. So let's just get started with you, shall we? Pretty good cards. You have 2 major arcanas, so pay close attention to those. It's of importance. So we start off with the Page of Pentacles. So a few messages that comes on with this card. This is a card of higher learning, and so that could mean that it could be personal for yourself, that you feel that you need a higher learning or need to learn more about something. It could be employment or business wise, where you need to learn something regarding something in your business or employment, so that brings you more money and a more higher status, like getting a promotion and so forth. This could be dealing with an immature person, and that could be financially or time wise, because for me the coins don't just represent financial, they also represent time for me. So someone could be immature in the way they spend their time with you, you know, not making the most of it. But then again, this is also a card of news coming to you, and it could be financial news, but it could be news of, oh, let's spend time together kind of thing. It could be romantic, it could be friendship, it could be family. What else is going on? It could be you dealing with your own child or someone else's child as well. So something along those lines at the beginning of the week, all this kind of stuff, or one of those things could be going on with that. Okay. Next card we have is the Hermit card. Now this is a card of journey, spiritual journey, going within, seeking the wisdoms and the answers that you seek. And it's a card of isolation, and that's the main message of this card, isolation. But it doesn't necessarily mean that you're not going to be doing the things that you normally would be doing. It's just for some it might be literally that, because I'm kind of going through something like this, isolation, and I'm not going out as much. I'm not doing much. I mean, I do my everyday kind of thing, but still I'm in an isolation mode, and I'm still on this spiritual journey, and I have been for quite some time now, trying to seek the wisdoms and the answers that I'm seeking. So it could mean that. And if it is, this is not a romantic reading, so I will not get into that. It is a general, but if it was a love reading, I guess I am going into it. So I'm just going to tell you. This could be about you and your partner going into an isolation mode together and spending a lot more quality time together as well. Regardless if where your relationship is at. I wouldn't say brand spanking new. It could be almost like a honeymoon stage if you are fairly new in the relationship. But other than that, so it's more about yes, isolation. But like I said, it doesn't necessarily take you away from the day-to-day things that you normally would do. You will be, you know, doing your normal things, but it's more the spiritual journey, going within, seeking the wisdom and the answers that you seek. Like I said, major arcana, so you want to pay a little bit more special attention to that. Next card we have is the High Priestess. This card's been popping up. Popped up for a couple of signs, kind of like back to back. And this is a card of structure, strict structure. It's a religious card, a church card, but doesn't necessarily have to be church related or religion related. But it can be if that's where it is and that's how you read it in your spread. But it is about structure. It could be a father figure in your life. Or it could be somebody who you highly regard, highly respect, that you go to for advice. And it could be on religious matters. It could be your soul searching again. This is a spiritual person right here. So it could be with the Hermit card, and they're right next to each other, and major arcana. So you want to, again, pay close attention to that. This could be someone that you seek for spiritual advice as well. Okay? But it is about strict structure. And not how can I say that? I'm not gonna say it. It could be your belief system as well, something that you really are strict with, and you can't bend or sway this person in any way. That's how strict. And this card is in structure. You don't bend, you don't budge. You're right there. You're rooted like a tree, okay, in your belief system, in the way you think, in the way you behave, in the way, regard whatever it is, that you can't be swayed or bent in any way or form. You stay true to yourself, okay, which, like I said, it goes really well with the Hermit card, you know, in that seeking that wisdom and the answers that you seek and going within. Okay. And with that Hermit card, it also could be with you know, on that spiritual journey and finding that, seeking that wisdom, going within. But you could be seeking wisdom and help from self-help books, motivational books as well, reading up about them, Googling it, or in some way or fashion or form, or like I said, going to somebody else and seeking that wisdom and the answers that you seek as well. Next card we have is the Ace of Wands, and this is a card of movement, so it's the beginnings of moving forward. This also is a spark of inspiration that may come to you. Is planting a seed of an idea or creativity as well. This is also an Ace card, so you want to. This is a card it's a yes card, and so whatever questions I did not answer, it is a yes to. Next card we have is the Four of Swords, and this brings us to the weekend. And it's kind of funny how this turns about, but I can understand it. It's a card of stability, but it is also a card of rest, relaxation, recuperation. Okay, so I guess however you spend your time during the weekend, however you do it, you might be a couch potato. You could have had a very strenuous week. a very rough week, but I don't see that in here. But it could have been a tiring week for you at some point, and it's all about rest, relaxation, and recuperation. And however you do that is the way you do it. If you drink, you drink. You know, if you party, you party. If you spend time with friends and family, then you spend time with friends and family. Whatever ways it is that makes you unwind, it helps you, and that's the way you do it. And another card for this is also a surgery card, I believe. And so if you had surgery, it's about the recuperation part of this, rest and relaxation as well. But yeah, I don't think I have anything else to say about that. Next card we have is the Ace of Cups. Well, you have another Ace card. This is a emotional card, so it's emotional abundance. Your cup overfloweth with love and emotions. This is also a card of love, of romance, the new beginnings of that. So it kind of makes sense. This is also the beginning of this is the weekend card. This is like a Saturday card. But like I say, each card does not necessarily represent the day of the week. This is energy and it flows, so it could be any part of the week, but it does make sense as a weekend card, because you usually go out on dates and so forth, but it doesn't necessarily have to be a romantic card. It could be about spending time with friends and family and those you love and you hold dear in your heart, and you just overflow. It's an emotional bliss for you. And again, it's an Ace card, so whatever questions I did not answer, it is a yes to. And because it is a Cups and emotional value, it's an emotional yes. As compared with the Ace of Wands, it's more of a creative idea, spark of inspiration. It is a yes to that. But it doesn't necessarily have to be that. You have two yeses. Whatever questions I did not answer, it is a yes to. Last card we have is the Two of Cups. This is usually being at a fork in the road or at a crossroads, and you're not sure. It's a card of choice. You're not sure which path to choose. But I always say that no matter which path you choose will be the correct path, will be the right path, and will get you to your destination. I just say that the road less traveled is the road worth taking, and that's also related with the Hermit card in your spiritual journey as well. So you don't necessarily have to take that shortcut. You can take that long road and see where the journey takes you there. You still get to where you need to go no matter which one you choose, but it is still a choice that you need to make. But it is also a card about moving forward with something. Okay, and it is a card of balance, but it is a card still of choice. Okay, so let's kind of recap here. So you could be on to a path on a higher learning. You could be getting financial news or news of time, like someone wanting to spend time with you. You could be dealing with an immature person, or you could be dealing with your child or the child of somebody else. Then we come to your spiritual journey, going within, being isolated, finding the wisdom and the answers that you seek going within. You could be going to a spiritual person and seeking this advice, or going through self-help books, motivational books, Googling it, however it is that you do it, or you could just be meditating and finding the answers you seek there. But you're strict in your method and how you do this. You will not bend, you will not budge. You stand hard and you stand true to what you believe in, and your beliefs, and you stick to it. You could get a spark of inspiration, a spark of creativity, some new ideas could be flooding and coming your way. This is a card of new beginnings. It is also a card of a yes, so whatever questions I did not answer, it is a yes to. Then you come to a point of rest, relaxation, and recuperation. Still willing to get up and fight for whatever you believe in, or whatever the fight you're fighting. And just remember as well, with the Mercury in retrograde, watch for those miscommunications and the way you communicate to people, the way you think toward other people, and I guess the way other people are communicating and thinking of you as well. But yes, rest, relaxation, and recuperation. Then you come to beginning of new emotional feelings, and it could be with somebody new, could be friendship, could be romantic, not sure which one, but you're in a state of love and abundance at this time. It is a yes card as well, so whatever questions I did not answer, it is also a yes too. And you could be at a crossroads, not sure which path to take. You're at a point of you need to make a choice with something, but it is a card of moving forward, and whichever path you choose will be the right one. But like I say, the road less traveled is usually the path to take, because it's all about the journey and not about the destination. So I thank you my Virgos for watching, and I will see you for the April's 2017 general scope. I bid you a very great week, and remember, it takes two to tarot, and I bid you aloha.